So, hello and welcome back. Okay, now today what we're doing is we're doing day 2, and we are seeing what the girls have been up to. We're filming it in a slightly different way today. We are filming it from inside the computer, so it should be less flickery for you, but it does mean that the screen's a bit smaller even though it's more high def. So loads has happened for the girls since we left last night. I've leveled up a few times. I've done this habitat, which I'm going to talk you through. I'm just feeding them now as we speak. We have some asparagus. We asked our friends for some asparagus, and that's arrived, and that's going to come every 5 minutes. Yeah, so we've just got to wait for those food bags to land and we can feed her again. Now, as I said before, we don't have to wait for the animation to end, and we can do these to the buddy, not just the main pet, but we can only feed the main pet. Now, the habitat that I started, that I'm going to talk through, is I wanted to do a den in the woods. Yeah, it makes sense to me. And so I'm going to talk you through how I did that. All right, let's take a snapshot so that we can see what it looks like. Now, I'm nowhere near finished. I need just a few more bits, and I haven't really got this doorway sorted. I'm not happy with it. Now, since we left as well, we've got a few more friends. Now that's great news. We sent out invites yesterday, and we posted in VIP asking for friends, and so we've got a few more friends. Now, I know it's a bit cheeky. I should wait till the habitat loads before I do the trash pick so that you can see other people's works of art, and some of them really are works of art. Now, to pick up the trash, you just click on the name and then you pick up the trash. Yeah, I'm quite enjoying picking up the trash from the beach, I must admit, just because that's something I would do in real life. Now, while we're at their habitat, obviously we can enjoy it. There's a couple of things that we can do. So I've just hit the collection wish list box. Yeah, just here. Now this, click on it, and those things that we get from caring for our pet or tidying up other people's habitats are listed. And so we can, pass them on if we want to. And it is if we want to. But it is a nice way just to say, I've been to your habitat. And it's a nice thing to do. Okay, so I've clicked on the next one to it, which is the little scroll of paper with the box, the gift box. Now, on there was a few things. Now, I'm quite happy to buy a kitty pillow for this lady, and it's $950, so it's quite a lot of money. But I like it so much, I'd like to add it to my own wish list. So I've pulled up her wish list again, and we can see that's the kitty pillow, and there's 3 ticks there. So I'm going to click it again. The ticks mean that somebody has already bought them for her. So all right for something small like seeds or something, but if it's, well, like a habitat, then maybe she wouldn't want to, or he wouldn't want to. So I just loaded up the next one, and I'm picking up the trash. Now, we can only visit at the moment 20 people, and then we get no more neighbours today. So we can still look at their habitat, but we can't actually pick up trash. So, yeah, and you will notice that, about halfway through, all this animation gets a bit slower. So, if it does stop, if it does crash, then you just have to reload the game. So I'm just scrolling through, and now the things are coming up so I can just click on them. So that's that, really. I've got probably halfway through, and I'm going to do the rest off camera. But there is loads I've got to tell you. So even though it's only day 2, everything is functional on this pet now. So we had the garden. Let's go and check it out. Now, I believe we planted mainly trees. We did plant some flowers, not many, some of the flowers, not sunflowers. And we can see that these flowers are now done. Now, if we click on these flowers, we get hearts, and we have to wait 2 to 3 days for each of these trees to grow. So everything seems to have been watered. These flowers that are done can now be removed from there, and we can sell them, or we can use them to decorate our own habbies. But if I just click on them, you can see I can't gift them to anyone. So click sell. Now I'm going to sell the maximum of the plants we've got. So I'm going to tap in 99 on the keyboard, and it's coming up that the maximum seeds, the maximum plants that I have is 6. So I'm going to sell them all. Now, as I've got some water left, I'm going to put some more seeds out. These are peach tree seeds. So the nice thing about the trees is that they stay. With the plants and the vegetables and the flowers, you have to replenish them every time you harvest. So, there is a difference. And with the trees, you just plant them the once and you harvest every 2 to 3 days. Okay, so garden's all done. It's looking happy. All I've got to do is wait. Yeah, come back tomorrow. Alrighty. So while I was in the storage, yeah, there's a few bits in here, but I do have these plants. So let's do that next. So I want to go to an empty habby, and I have started them. Now, all I've done is I was gifted 75 of these plants, these daisies, and I've put them in an empty habitat. There's a reason for this. I'm just going to put the last ones in now. Now, I am aware of the time constraints of the camera when I'm filming from the screen, from inside the camera. In a way, it's a lot better, but after 10 minutes, what happens is it just can't keep up, and there's like a lag in the mouse, so you can't actually see what I'm doing. It just kind of jumps to the next sort of available screen. Now, I've watered most of them, but as you can see, the way I've done it, because I've just thrown them in there, some of them have landed on top of each other and they're not that easy to see. So what I'm going to do, even though I can see that there's at least 7, there is exactly 7 that weren't watered, I'm going to empty the habitat completely, and then I'm going to put these last 7 out. So these are the ones that aren't done. You can see that they're slightly darker in colour than the ones that are done. And I'm just going to water them. Now, the first 75 give you 24, I don't know, and 6 gold hearts. Now, after you've done 75, you can water as many plants as you want, but you only get 3 coins. Yeah? And they take 7 days to refresh if you leave them in your storage or your habitat. But if you gift them to a friend, then they're ready again in 1 day. So they're now watered. This is the icon for emptying the habby. So we're right at the bottom corner here, and it says yes, empty room. So instead of having to take all of them out, which you can imagine is quite time consuming, I can just do it with that button, and it separates them so I can see which ones I've missed. Now what I've done is I've clicked on the daisies in the storage, and it's come up with this screen, and it's asking me, do I want to gift them? Do I want to move them? Now I'm going to put 99, so it's going to give me the maximum that I have, and I'm going to click the gift box, and then I am going to gift them. I know, it's nice and simple. Yeah, and then tomorrow the lady will send them back to me. It's really nice. Okay, let's go back to our main room now. So we can see that the 5 minutes has done. So I'm going to put that in the storage, and then I am going to feed her another